I'm starting to see this disturbing trend of pedophile witch hunts amongst low status men. The self-loathing and of low status men, the average guy like you and me, is getting so bad that I'm starting to see these guys turn on one another. I mean, particularly there was this one guy, one YouTuber, who was involved with some kind of pedophile witch hunt at Magic the Gathering, And so, it's very important, like there's young people at Magic the Gathering. And so the judges to Magic Gathering should have criminal checks. And the first thing I have to say to that is, well, when a woman involves herself in the Girl Scouts, she's, I forget what the name of the leader, Girl Scout leader. Do people demand that she get a criminal check as a pedophile? Not really. Matter of fact, people don't even, consider that. They just assume the woman would never do such a thing. Her innocence is assumed. And so right off the bat, pedophile witch hunts, it's what they are witch hunts, is for the male. It's a strictly male hunt. And these witch hunts, they don't occur at the golf course or the polo field or the tennis courts. You see, they're not for high status men either. They're for low status men. And that's what guys who play video games and play card games, that's what they are. They're low status men. They're the average guy like you and me. And so it's a self-hatred. It's guys turning on one another. And we all know that it's going to be a guy because we all know that a woman could be caught red-handed touching someone young. And people they won't even consider it. Some people don't even consider it pedophilia. They'll just say, yep, she's just a nice woman who likes children and she's very cuddly with them. And if they are, finally, someone says, sorry, she's a pedophile, they don't get the same abuse and punishment. The punishment is very neutral. It's actually more the way that society should. They just say she's a criminal, we've caught her, put her behind bars, she does her time, then she gets out. And that's it. She probably doesn't get on a sex offender list. But these witch hunts are frustrated young men looking for other men to destroy, period. And to go back to this Magic the Gathering, here it is, most of the guys are adults who play it, or very young adults at least, they're 15 or 16. What are the odds? Like, what's the real danger? Like a judge. Okay, I'll go even further. Suppose that you do a criminal check and the male judge has stolen a car in the past. Do you stop him from being a judge for Magic the Gathering? He can't judge these geek games because he stole a car once. I would bet in such a criminal check they would just give him a pass. The guy said, yeah, I stole a car, whatever, that was in my past, it was done. I won't do it again, But even if he was found out to be a pedophile, how does that work? Do you guys have tournaments at midnight and have small children playing at midnight? We can't do it. People try to pretend that they care about children. People do not care about children. The children are hostages. They're there to make an excuse to attack another man. There's no good reason to search out specifically male pedophiles in any kind of public venue. any more than it is the women. Women in public venues are not checked out for pedophilia. People assume, they take the neutral stance, they assume that this person is a good person, or at least not a non-criminal, until they prove criminal intent. Suppose that you were a thief. We'll compare the thief thing again. Suppose that you did steal in the past. You still have to be caught thieving before they do something. That's what the laws are for. That's the laws, and society will severely punish a person, at least a male person, for committing such a crime. And so that's all we need. You can't throw someone in jail and start punishing them because you're afraid they might do something. That's not how it works, or at least it shouldn't work. And I just get so disgusted at this whole act, because I know what the root of the motivation is. The motivation isn't care for children. The motivation is to seek out some guy and destroy him out of frustration. Men who do that, they can't, what can I say? They're devolved people. They're frustrated. They can't come to terms with that. They're low status. Because as I say, high status men don't do this. Do they... or do the high status men condone pedophilia, or are they it's just such a cut above? There's no pedophilia amongst high status men. No, they just use their heads, and they don't waste their time, and they don't waste other people, and they don't put people on the spot. They don't search for the villain that might be out there somewhere. They take it as it comes. Someone turns out to be an arsonist, or a thief, or a murderer. When they commit the crime, they punish them. That's how it works. Basically, these pedo witch hunts are Jewish bum fights at Auschwitz. The guys who hate each other severely. They're so filled with self-loathing. They just want to prove that they're the one good guy in this whole scenario. They're above the rest of the peasants. Please choose me. Master, please treat me better than the other guys. Now, this is a short video. This is pretty well all I need to say about this. Okay. Now, goodbye, everyone.